Who was the most unexpected threat to your child? My little brother Timothy was diagnosed with epilepsy at age 8. As you can probably guess, certain light flashes would trigger his seizures. But what most people don't know is that his diagnosis would sometimes make him extremely numb to emotions too. He'd go days without smiling, crying, or reacting to anything, like someone had switched off his feelings. But gaming was different. When Timothy gamed, something sparked. For those precious hours, he'd actually laugh at wins, groan at losses. He was incredible at competitive games, like reaching champion rank in Valorant at age 12, incredible. His neurologist said the emotional numbing made him tactically perfect. No tilt, no rage, just pure strategy. During all this, I was left to babysit him because my mom worked double shifts as an ER nurse. Until one day, my mom made a mistake that would traumatize us forever. She accepted Uncle Derek's offer to move in and act as a live-in babysitter. Derek was Dad's brother, always talking about how he'd studied psychology in college, how he'd helped friends through tough times, seemed stable and responsible. In just the first week, Derek immediately noticed Timothy's numbness. During dinner, he'd wave his hand in front of Timothy's face. Hello? Anyone home? When Timothy didn't react to his jokes or stories, Derek took it personally. Kid's rude, he told me. Needs to learn some manners. I tried to explain the emotional numbing, showed him Timothy's medical papers, but instead of apologizing for being a douchebag or even just leaving Timothy alone, his eyes lit up. So he can't feel anything? Like anything at all. The way he said it made my skin crawl. I slowly nodded, and from there I made sure to keep a closer eye on Timothy. But I didn't want Timothy to think I thought he was made of glass, or grow up to think he couldn't do anything by himself. So I tried to give him some distance when I could, whenever Derek seemed preoccupied. I was fast asleep and taking one of those midday summer naps when I heard it. Derek was in Timothy's bedroom, speaking in implicit detail about how he was going to turn him into a human centipede. I barged in and instinctively went to hold Timothy, who was extremely pale with a faraway look in his eyes. What the actual F? You're welcome, Derek interrupted. It's exposure therapy. I'm helping him feel again, you ungrateful brat. I felt Timothy's trembling fingers slowly wrap around my hand. Anger boiled my blood. The next evening when my mom came home from work, I ambushed her. Mom, Derek told Timothy, son, whatever it is, I don't want to hear it. I sighed. She kept going. Derek is a free babysitter. We're lucky to have him. So if he says a few weird things, you have to let it slide. I kept my eyes glued to the ground, trying my best not to cry. That was the moment my childhood ended, and I would have to be the parent that I never had. But for the next few weeks, everything seemed okay. I figured that my mom had talked to Derek, and he had finally decided to stop abusing my little brother. He made it seem so convincing. He'd bring us ice cream and be patient while Timothy took 10 minutes to choose a flavor. He canceled his concert when he found out there would be aggravating flashing lights. Then came Timmy's gaming tournament. It was the Valorant Champions Tour Open qualifiers. There was a $5,000 prize pool for the qualifier stage. I wasn't sure if he'd win, but I reassured him that I believed in him, and I always would. Derek acted supportive, even posting on Facebook about his brave nephew overcoming disabilities. The morning of the tournament, I had to work. Derek promised to help Timothy set up. I've got something special planned, he said. Gonna make this kid a star. So there I was, putting the fries in the bag at work when my phone started buzzing more than a girlfriend's toy in a long-distance relationship. Because my Discord exploded with notifications. Timothy was streaming the tournament, but something was wrong. Friends were messaging frantically, and instead of seeing Valorant on the screen, I saw dozens of browser tabs. Photos of our unalived grandmother, videos of our old dog being put down, recordings he'd secretly made of mom crying after dad left. The worst part? Between each emotional trigger, he'd embedded strobe effects at Timothy's exact seizure frequencies. Come on, buddy, Derek's voice came through the mic. Just react to something. Show them you're human, Derek repeated, over and over, all whilst holding Timothy's shoulders, keeping him in the chair. Timothy's hands twitched on the keyboard, eyes locked open. The viewer count climbed as people shared the stream in horror. I called the ambulance but was put on hold. Then I heard it. A sound I'd never heard from Timothy during his numb periods, crying. Tears streamed down his frozen face while his body seized. The emotional numbness and seizure activity had created a nightmare. He could feel everything but couldn't move, couldn't speak, couldn't even close his eyes. Rage filled every organ in my body. Full story on channel, link below.